Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new paint and talk. More or less, I want this time to give my first impressions on Necromunda. Today I played for first time the new edition of Necromunda. I played it with my wife. She is not a wargaming player normally, but she was open to play the game with me, and she enjoyed it at the end. So I thought that maybe Necromunda, and we did not use, for example, we played quite basic. We played only using mainly the basic rules and some of the advanced rules, not all of them. I did not use the morale this time, and we did not use the cool and all the other characteristics. We used mainly the basic characteristics, but we applied, for example, the reload, the weapon ammunition rules, the wounds. So we have applied some of the rules. Okay, just to see the mechanics. We played the scenario where the two warbands are fighting. We have not done, for example, bottle test, but the idea was to check the mechanics of the game, to see how it's working, and just using some of the we use some of the pre-made characters. I think it's a good way to start. So my conclusion is Necromunda can be a nice miniature game to introduce new people to wargaming, or to play with people that are not used to wargames. First, because you have the board, and the board is helping a lot to position it's a combination. I think it's a nice combination to have this board that helps a lot to set up your terrain to play. Okay, so you don't need to invest in building up terrain. You don't need, so it's really helping to have this board. I think it was a great idea, a great initiative from Games Workshop to have this type of boards, that with these gates and doors you can tailor the boards as you want. We use one of the basic boards. We use, as I said, we use not the first scenario. I think it's the scenario 2, not the basic one. The first scenario of the advanced scenarios, but with not all the advanced rules. And yeah, my wife have to say that she told me that at the end she enjoyed the game. Was quite a little bit slow at the beginning, because I was also trying to follow the rules, to learn the rules. Although I'm quite, I know quite well Warhammer 40k. There are some different rules that you have to adapt, and you have to double check. I wanted to double check some of the rules. The weapons have a lot of special rules. We skipped some of them. We try to make it. I went more to be fast, or to be agile, more than fast, to be agile, more than to go very strict with all the rules. And at the end, I arrived at the conclusion that the game is fun. Okay, the two warbands looks quite balanced, so the share are very shooty, are very precise in the shooting, while the Goliath are quite devastating when they go to close when they close the distance. If you use the setup of the terrains, they are quite interesting, quite challenging, because there is a lot of blind angles on the board. So it's really, if you play for first time to Necromunda, I recommend to start with the first of the scenarios. It's quite basic, and it helps a lot to understand the mechanics of the game. So I really enjoyed, and she really enjoyed. It was the main purpose for me. And we have to take into account that normally it's challenging when you play these games for first time. It can be a little bit boring, especially if you don't know the rules and you have to start looking at the book and so on. So yeah, I will say that Necromunda is a great game, or can be a good game to introduce people to the 40k universe, or to wargaming in general, especially to skirmish games. I think I think have been a very clever movement from Games Workshop to relaunch Necromunda. I think it's really helping. Will really help to have new players into wargaming. And on top, if you buy the box, I have to say, if you buy just the Necromunda box, this is enough to play. So you can start with that. You don't need more. Okay, you have enough scenarios. You have enough. I have the feeling that before you get bored of the basic box, you have to spend some time. Okay, so you can think that the starter box for Necromunda, it's a well-rounded game alone. So if you don't want to keep investing on Necromunda, there is no need for that. You have the 2 war bonds, you have the good rules to play, you have the scenarios, the mechanics are good, and I think are quite balanced. So I was really happy, and I'm looking forward to see if we play more games in future. And let's see, because I have the feeling it's a good game also to teach mechanics on wargaming, because you have the elements of wargaming, you have the line of sight type of rules, you have the different profiles, all these type of profiles of shooting. So it's like playing a mini 40k game. Okay, and I think it's easier to start with that than starting with Armageddon, Shadow War Armageddon, because here in that case, yeah, in Shadow War Armageddon you need much more investment on terrain and understanding the rules, and I think it's more difficult and line of sight. It makes you need more preparation for the game. The advantage is in Necromunda is that you need zero preparation. You have the previewed characters, you just take some of them, try to take something that is balanced, and I think next time I will even make it unbalanced, so the person with more experience on wargaming have less points, and this can make the game more interesting. So yeah, you can even changing the type of guys that you take in each game can make the challenge different. So if you want to, I would say Necromunda is a good way to introduce new people to wargaming. Okay, the rules are not hard to understand. The important is that one person knows the rule well, and explain the rules to the person that is new to this world. Don't expect that the new person, a person that is starting with wargaming, especially unless he really enjoys it. But if you want to introduce new people, make this introduction easy. Help them on the work of knowing the rules, on the work of getting introduced, because it demands a lot of time, and most people does not have the passion to dedicate this time. So if one of the person have the passion, is the one that have to read the rules, have to make the effort, and then help the other person to get into the game. So I highly recommend it. I'm very happy how Necromunda worked for first time with me, and if you're looking for a game to introduce people, I think Necromunda is a good game. I have the feeling it's even easier to introduce people into Necromunda than in I have the feeling than into Shadowspire. And the reason here is why I went for Necromunda, not for Shadowspire, because in Necromunda you only have the miniatures, you have the abilities there on the cards, and you need to build the decks. The part of the deck of the Shadowspire can be very tricky for people that is not used to board games or wargaming. So this is why I thought Necromunda was fitting better. The other game that I think is fitting a lot, it's Warhammer Quest, because there you can have just run the bad guys and help the other people to run the good guys. So 2 games that I recommend for people that is interested. If you are more on the fantasy side, you can try with Warhammer Quest, or you can try with the skirmish of in what's called, I forgot now the words. The skirmish option for for Age of Sigmar. In 40k, I will say that Necromunda as a box game is a good way to start. So that's all what I want to share. Very happy with my first impressions on Necromunda. Highly recommended. And if you want to introduce new people to wargaming, I think Necromunda is a game to take into account. That's all for now. I hope you have this video was interesting for you. And as you can see, at the same time I'm painting now, I get motivated to paint the different small pieces of terrain or doors, gates, and all these things that are for Necromunda, because they can look amazing once are painted on the battlefield. If you are interested in tutorials, this next beginning of the week, Monday, the first tutorial will be how I paint the barricades. That's all for now. Leave in the comment below if you have played Necromunda, what do you think about Necromunda? I am looking forward to see your opinion. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.